The photograph slipped from her trembling fingers, landing face up on the marble floor. Her knees buckled. That birthmark, crescent-shaped, just below the little girl's left ear, she would recognize it anywhere. It was impossible. They told her the baby died. They told her there was nothing left to bury. But there she was, in a silver frame on Dante Moretti's desk, wearing a pink dress and holding a stuffed rabbit. Her daughter. Alive. The room tilted as his voice cut through her shock. "That's my daughter, Emma. I adopted her 3 years ago." Lily's heart stopped. He didn't know. He had no idea the child he'd raised was hers. This is a story that will grip you from beginning to end. If you want to know how everything started and where this impossible situation leads, subscribe to the channel and leave in the comments where you're watching from. Every view counts. Now, let's go back to where it all began. 4 years earlier, Lily Carter's world had burned to ashes in a single night. She'd been 19, working double shifts at a diner in Queens to support herself and her newborn daughter. The father, a mistake she'd made during her first semester of college, had vanished the moment she told him she was pregnant. Her own parents had disowned her. She had nothing except Emma Rose, 6 pounds of perfection with a tiny crescent birthmark below her left ear. Then came the fire. The apartment building went up in flames at 3 a.m. Lily had been at work, covering someone's shift for extra money. By the time she got there, the structure was a skeleton of charred beams and ash, a coincidence that felt like destiny. "Emma, this is Miss Carter. She'll be cleaning our home from now on. Can you say hello?" The child looked up, and Lily's knees nearly gave out. Those eyes. She had her eyes. "Hello," Emma said shyly, then returned to her pancakes. Dante guided Lily away, lowering his voice. "I need to apologize for yesterday. I'm protective. Emma's been through a lot before I adopted her. I don't let many people near her." Adopted. Lily's voice cracked on the word. 3 years ago. She was found in the aftermath of an apartment fire in Queens. No surviving family. She was badly burned, spent months in the hospital. His jaw tightened. By the time she was ready for placement, no one wanted a traumatized toddler with medical issues. Except me. The room spun. An apartment fire in Queens. No surviving family. Burned. Emma hadn't died. She'd survived. And somehow, she'd ended up with the most dangerous man in New York. That's incredible," Lily managed. "You saved her." "She saved me," Dante said quietly, glancing back at the child. "I was not a good man before Emma. Still aren't, in most ways. But she needed someone, and He stopped, as if surprised by his own honesty. "You can start with the living room." And Lily. She met his eyes, barely breathing. "You can interact with her if she approaches you. I saw how you looked at her yesterday. You're not a threat." He paused. "You looked at her like a mother. Like someone who the lie wouldn't come." Dante. His name on her lips felt like a confession and a prayer. "I know I shouldn't want you," he murmured, leaning closer. "You're too good for the world I live in. Too pure for someone with blood on his hands. But Dio, Lily, I can't stop thinking about you. You're not what people say." Her hand pressed against his chest, feeling his heart hammer beneath expensive cotton. "You saved Emma. You gave her everything when the world gave her nothing." "And who saved you?" His forehead touched hers. "Who takes care of the woman who takes care of everyone else?" The kiss, when it came, was inevitable. His lips on hers were warm and demanding and surprisingly gentle, like he was afraid she'd shatter if he held on too tight. Lily melted into him, 4 years of grief and longing and desperate need pouring into this one moment. His arms came around her, pulling her closer, and she felt safer than she had since the night everything burned. When they finally broke apart, they were both breathing hard. "Stay," Dante said roughly. "Not as an employee. As part of this family. Be with me. Help me raise Emma. Let me take care of you the way you take care of us." It was everything she wanted. Everything she couldn't have. Because Emma was already hers. And the moment she told him that truth, everything would fall apart. "You stood in my home, watched me parent her, let me fall in love with you, and said nothing." Tears streamed down her face. "They told me she was dead. They gave me a death certificate. I grieved for her. I wanted to die without her. And then I saw her here, in your home, with that birthmark, and I—" "You what? Decided to play house? To seduce your way back into her life?" The accusation hit like a physical blow. "No. God, no. I was terrified. I didn't know if you'd believe me. If you'd think I was trying to take her away. She was happy, Dante. Safe. Loved. And I was nothing. No one. What court would give her back to me over you? So you lied. You manipulated your way into our lives. I worked for you. You invited me to stay." She moved toward him desperately. "Everything between us, that's real. My feelings for you, for Emma. How the hell am I supposed to believe anything you say?" He backed away from her like she was poison. "You watched me tell you about adopting her. About the fire. About her trauma. And you stood there with those doe eyes and that concerned face and never once said, 'Oh, by the way, that's my child.' Because I was scared." The admission ripped out of her. "I was scared you'd hate. Don't come out until I come for you." He gripped her shoulders. "Do you understand me? What about you? I'll handle this." His kiss was hard and desperate. "Go. Protect our daughter. Our daughter." The words gave her strength. Lily ran. Emma was already awake, frightened by the alarm. Lily scooped her up and ran for the panic room, her heart hammering. Behind them, she heard glass shattering, gunfire, Dante's voice roaring commands. The bookshelf swung open. Inside was a small fortified room with supplies, monitors showing the penthouse cameras, and communication equipment. Lily locked them inside and set Emma down, trying to control her shaking. "It's okay, baby. Papa's handling it. We're safe here." But on the monitors, she watched nightmare unfold. 6 men in black tactical gear were in the penthouse. Dante's security team was fighting them off, but they were outnumbered. She watched Dante move like death itself, efficient, brutal, lethal. But there were too many. One of the men broke away from the fight, heading toward Emma's room. "No, no, no, no. Stay here," Lily commanded Emma. "Don't open this door for anyone but Papa or me." "Where are you going?" "To help." She grabbed a heavy bookend from the panic room and slipped out, locking Emma in. "Forever." Dante took Lily's hand. "Forever. Piccola. Lily's going to be your mama officially. And we're all going to be a family. If that's what you want." Emma's face split into the brightest smile either of them had ever seen. She launched herself at them, wrapping her small arms around both their necks. "I want that. I want both of you. Always." "Always," Lily promised, kissing her daughter's hair while meeting Dante's eyes over her head. "Always," Dante echoed. And for the first time in 4 years, Lily's heart was whole. 5 years later, the terrace of the Tribeca penthouse had been transformed into a garden paradise. Emma, now 9 years old, raced between the flowering plants, chasing her little brother Marco while their baby sister Sophia watched from her blanket, giggling at their antics. Lily stood at the railing, one hand on her slightly rounded belly. Number 4 was on the way, watching her family with a contentment that still sometimes took her breath away. Strong arms wrapped around her from behind. Dante's lips found the spot below her ear that still made her shiver. "You're thinking too loud, Mrs. Moretti." She leaned back against him. "Just remembering. 4 years ago, I thought I'd lost everything. And now you have everything," he finished. "A husband who adores you. 3 kids with another on the way. A family." "Now I have everything," she agreed softly. Emma ran over, breathless and beautiful, the crescent birthmark visible when she tucked her hair back. She was growing into a confident, fearless girl who spoke 3 languages and had her father wrapped around her finger. "Mama, Papa, Marco says I can't beat him at chess." "Tell him I can." "You probably can," Dante said seriously. "You've been studying." "That's my girl." Lily ruffled her hair. "Smart and strategic." Emma beamed and ran back to her brother, already planning her victory. "She has your determination," Dante murmured. "And your heart." "She has your stubbornness," Lily countered. "And your protective instincts. Did you see her with Sophia yesterday? Future Mama Bear." He turned her to face him. "Just like her mother."